Hello, welcome to the, I don't know, 57th episode of the Chicken Chess Club podcast. My name is Jan Gustafsson. Just got back from Dubai, leading the influencer life. Now I'm in my basement in beautiful Hamburg. Sun is shining, and what's better than being outside in the sun? Talking to Laurent Fressinet and a sleeping Peter Heine Nielsen. Laurent, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm staying in Paris these days. Not doing much, I must I must admit. But yeah, French French Rapid and Blitz Championship is coming up this weekend, so
Wow.
I'm getting ready for that. I hope I have some good news and to give you next week, and I hope I will annoy Peter. This is one of my main motivation. That when I'm winning, actually, when I'm playing some good chess, Peter looks very annoyed.
I
So
don't think
that's
he's
the
so
reason.
much annoyed. I think it's more genuine surprise every time.
Both.
Both.
Okay, that's good. So it's one of my main motivation. We'll see. We'll find out what's happening. Last weekend, I will play a lot of rapid. Actually, last weekend I played this B Cup. So that was my first esport event, organized by chess.com and Blitzstream. So in you just play. There's 100 computer in some place, and you just play in front of each other, but with a computer with a screen in front of you. So it felt like it was fun. It was fun actually. I like this esport stuff. I didn't play so well. I beat back row, but I lost to Kostenyuk, which she won the tournament at the end. But nice experience. So yeah, Peter, how is life?
Oh, I'm very tired here. It's incredibly warm in Vilnius. Well, the kids are holidaying with their grandparents right now. My wife is working all the time, so the last 2 days basically, I get up at 7. I drive to the golf course before it gets really warm. So I play 4 hours of golf in the morning. Then I have lunch. I have a beer, and then basically I go home and play with my Lego set. And now it's 6 o'clock, and I'm talking to you guys. So that's more or less been my routine. So now I'm basically having the most unproductive days ever in my life. But I hope it will sort of change at some point. But that's my routine these days.
The good news is if you think it's warm in Vilnius, you're in for a very warm welcome in Dubai. That much I can promise.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, also, I'm sitting here waiting for my passport to arrive. If it does, I'm probably going to Dubai. If not, then I'm probably not going to risk it because I guess they will not let me in. So we'll see. I've been in a
What,
limbo, but well, that's how it is. Yeah,
what nationality are you nowadays? You have a Danish passport?
I'm full transparency. I'm a Danish citizen and only a Danish citizen. I probably could become a Lithuanian citizen, but no, there is. I could, but then I would have to give up my Danish citizenship. I think Lithuania
Yeah.
doesn't allow double citizenships. So
Could you represent the Lithuanian Chess Federation being a Danish citizen?
that I could, and I have lived here long enough to even could do it for free. I don't have to compensate the Danish Chess Federation for for that. Yeah,
I would like
and
to see you give 10,000 euros or whatever to the Danish Chess
uh,
Federation.
that was actually a debate at some point. And well, 10,000, you're probably insulting me. I think it was 20,000 if I remember
Wow,
correctly. Oh,
sorry.
yeah, and no, but I might have to pay a fee to FIDE, which probably has kept me back. But also, I am Danish, so I should represent Denmark. Well, so again, coming back, I don't play chess, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, it's called FIDE for a reason. Okay. That's all I got.
So Jan, how was your stay in Dubai? Tell us.
I had a
Make
good
us.
time. I was there at a training camp for the upcoming Düsseldorf World Team Rapid Championship. Team training hard. I had a good time. It's very, very warm. Like, I don't know, 45 degrees during the day outside, so you can't really go outside that much. During the night, it's okay. It's only 35. But yeah, it's warm. I haven't made up my mind if I like Dubai or not, but I haven't seen so much. Like everything's very, very modern, working extremely well. I haven't found the dirt on the street corners, but it's probably somewhere. I didn't really go looking. But yeah,
How
no, I had a good time.
how long was your stay? 1 week?
9 days, I think. Yeah.
9 days. Oh boy! And you found you found your new look there, or was it in Germany? We should
No.
mention that.
Those the glasses I just picked up when I got back. Father Time is undefeated. I need reading glasses now, Laurent. You have to teach me how to pull it off. What do
Yeah,
you think?
it's been 10 years. I have glasses, and well, yeah, that's how it is. We can do too much screen, I guess.
How does Peter do it? Peter, you're much older man than us. You have full hair. You don't have glasses.
He doesn't see anything.
No, I mean,
That's true.
I'm so messed up that the glasses can't fix it. But thanks for bringing it up. But no, I have some disease. But, it's nice.
Yeah.
That's
I,
mock me for my shortcomings.
I mean, have you ever been to a car where Peter is driving, or how does that work, Ian? Because then, if you have been there, you generally remember
Trust
all
me,
your life.
Jan has. No.
Yeah, we've had some
You did, yeah?
trips in
And you don't.
Lithuania. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was not really.
He's still here.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, in case you're hoping for fresh chess content, the hottest takes on the Chicken Chess Club this week, you're in, as usual, for a bitter disappointment. Not much is happening or has happened in chess. Everybody is in Dubai now that I left. I left this morning at the time of recording. Everybody arrived last night for the Global Chess League, another new tournament that they put together, I think, with Tech Mahindra, and most of the big stars are in town or are staying in town. Magnus Carlsen, Gukesh, Jan Nepomniachtchi, Duda, Vishy Anand, Ding Liren, Maxim Vashila Graf. Everybody's there. Who you fun?
Yeah, very, very strong lineup. 6 teams. And well, amazing lineup. Especially, I mean, I like this Alpine Warriors, Magnus Gukesh, Arjun, Prague. I mean, all the youngsters, the Indian youngster with pets and coach, but all the Indian youngster most promising with Magnus. So it will be fun to watch. But I heard, I actually from you guys, that they won't be incredibly busy. Actually,
It's 1 or 2 15-minute games per day, no?
it's actually one.
Just one? Okay.
Yeah, 10 games of 15 plus 10 in 10 days. So that doesn't sound like many games, but yeah, I don't know.
It will be fast-paced and exciting to watch. Like, you can't have people watch chess for 7 hours. I don't know. I'll check it out.
Really, Yanistan?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I have the rights to the Global Chess League live coverage. I doubt it. Peter, when are you going if you get your passport?
Then I'm going basically the night of the 23rd. Well, technically it's 24th at the time, so I have a ticket there for Friday night. Well, I mean, I ordered my passport in Stavanger. Then they send it to Denmark. Then they should send it to Lithuania, but they sent it to Stavanger by mistake. So now they're trying to get it from Stavanger to Lithuania in time, but the odds are not really on my side. So it strikes me as 50-50. I'm basically just sitting here waiting for the phone to call.
And if you're going, you're working for Magnus or you're working for the whole SG Alpine Warriors? So what's your role there?
I don't really know. I think I'm just working for Magnus exclusively. I mean, preparing for his 15-minute game, right? But I don't know. I'll find out when well, you know how it is working for Magnus. I will be told on a need to know basis. Maybe we will talk about the upcoming World Cup, which he seems to be playing and stuff like that.
Oh, is that breaking news, or did we break these news already? I can't recall.
No, I think last week you guys were saying he would play, and I said I don't think so. But now I sound untrustworthy.
Did you lie to us, or you didn't know?
One of the two, yeah.
Oh, he lied to us, though.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. But I think you mocked Alieza for not playing there, so the World Cup. So your usual. No, not you, Jan. Jan is generally the fastest to mock Alieza for
What?
his.
That's not true at all. I just would like to see him playing more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so.
So Alieza's not playing.
Alieza apparently is not playing the World Cup. I think you had to send back your contract already some time ago. So I guess he's not playing.
No, I think it's Magnus, Fabiano is playing, Nepomniachtchi is playing, Geary is playing, So is playing.
Yeah, and some people, which is weird actually, in this World Cup. Oh, no, we don't talk about Global Chess League, but Nepo and Magnus. I mean, Nepo is already qualified for the candidate, so that could be.
Wow, that's
That-
interesting.
That
Imagine
could be an issue.
what happens if
There's
both Magnus and Nepomniachtchi gets to the semifinals.
I'll get to the final to make it
Well,
even
that doesn't
more.
matter long; it's the same. But I mean,
What
well,
do you
what
mean?
happens then? Is they going to have a playoff for fifth, or how do they do it?
I have no clue. Normally, people get very upset that we never have a clue about these regulations. But I guess if Magnus wants to make it to the candidates, there is a way by rating anyway. No, so it's just
No,
a
no.
question if you can qualify if you're fourth and fifth on the World Cup. So you're
Yeah,
saying there should be a match for fifth, yeah? Just
No, that's my point. That they have a playoff for third for the extra spot for the reserve players and the candidates. But it could with Magnus and Nepomniachtchi, it could actually end up that they need two reserve spots, and then there is like fifth to eight who is shared. What are they going to do now?
So okay, so
spot
our
can go to the
producer.
fourth place, but not lower. So if both
we-
get to the final, then a spot will go to the next rating spot. Somebody who
Yeah.
knows the rules.
Wow, we have a producer
great.
here.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that makes sense actually. You don't think so?
But that also means, if I understand the system correctly, that imagine Geary and So would meet in the quarterfinal, right? Then they would really have a candidate spot on the stakes there. It would be a fun match to watch.
Hard to say whom to root for there.
No, I was wondering where is your loyalty, your pocket or your heart?
Whoever wins.
I mean, come on, Jan is not planning to stay the whole month in Baku. I mean, he likes. I guess you will enjoy the place, but not 1 month, no?
We'll
You
see.
will miss
we'll
Germany,
see.
yeah?
It's beautiful in Germany this time of year. Sun is shining.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That was my point. I'm not planning to stay there for 1 month.
Oh, that's.
I think your plans will work out.
Yeah. It's nice that you are saying that. Well, yeah. Nice excuse. But, no,
So
interesting.
this Global Chess League, to finish that topic, what's the system there? Somebody wins and then they're Global Chess League champions, or you continue with the same roster the next year? Like, what's the system there? It's like franchises, right? The teams have owners or investors. I'm not sure what the term is, and it continues, or you get drafted to a new team next year.
Well, I thought first of all, I mean, now they're playing some group stage, right? And the top two goes to a final.
I have no idea.
I think so. I think there is like a final in a way. But of course, you're right. What happens next? Can they start drafting new talents and stuff like this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, well, we're just talking, and we hope our producer will write it in our common chat.
Yeah, that's generally
Yeah.
the approach. We'll watch eagerly, just like Laurent eagerly watched, as always, the Armageddon tournament. Or
No, actually, I was watching eagerly the prize fund, and especially I was especially interested in the 5K for manager. So where did you go, Jan? You were just there.
I was there. Yeah,
5K to I mean, like one rapid game, you have to stay there, look nasty behind your players, and that's it. Yeah.
no, sounds like a lot of work to me. No, I'm curious. I heard there are some teething issues with the broadcast and so on, but I guess these are normal for a new tournament on the first day. So I'm curious how it's going to work out, but it could be a big thing.
No, of course, if we can have a league like the NBA with continuity, draft, all this kind of stuff is cool. But if you can get that status, it's perhaps a little bit early to say.
We shall find out. Over to Berlin. What happened in the Armageddon tournament, Laurent?
So
what's the system there? They now played the Europe and Africa group stage?
That I didn't. Who was from Africa?
I don't think anybody was, but when I was there, it was Asia and Oceania.
No, it's
from
Europe.
Oceania. It's always
Europe.
two zones, but it was all European.
Maxime Vachera was there, Jordan Van Forest, Rapport, who won the tournament. Duda as well, who played also very well, and your brothers,
Blübaum,
Donchenko.
Donchenko,
Yeah,
Keimer.
as they did poorly actually, but all of them, the
Yeah.
German youngster. But Richie was amazing. He actually he won the tournament, didn't lose a single match. It's double elimination, and he beat 4-0 Duda. I mean, that's kind of not bad in Blitz. I mean, it's only Blitz, of course, but 4-0 against Duda is quite a
It's
serious.
pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's a very good result. He beat MVL as well. MVL made it to the third place, but lost to Duda and Richie. So Rapport won convincingly. I didn't know he was that good in Blitz. He was always very talented, but now he seems to have this this prep for the match. Now it seems he has small ideas a bit everywhere, and in Blitz, it's just perfect. Actually,
I think he also played a lot of training games on leeches.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, they didn't prepare. Maybe they didn't prepare
Shout
for
out
the
to
match.
F. Vitelli.
No, it looks like they didn't prepare for the match. They prepared for this Berlin Armageddon. And they both, Ding won the match, and he won this Armageddon. So the plan.
But was Ding there as Richie's second? Like, did Ding wear like some funky T-shirts? Go away, nerd.
No, he played Philly though. He seemed very into a
He's
lot
always
of
played
details
Philly
there.
there, no?
Speaking of Ding,
No,
Ding
I don't
withdrew
think
from
so.
Dubai, right?
I think he got replaced by Aronian as he did in the Grand Chess Tour. Ding is still on a post World Championship hiatus here, which is fair enough. That was a long event. He played Grand Chess Tour right after. He deserves a little break.
So it's twice that he's replaced by Aonian, so that can make like a comedian who's this scene is too dangerous for me, so I don't go there. But I have my replacement. Yeah,
You mean
This
stuntman, not comedian.
I didn't get the joke. Maybe it was lost in translation.
Yeah.
Stuntman. Okay. Yeah.
I don't
Levon
know.
could be
It's a
great
bit weird that Levon is replacing him twice, or he was next on the list, or how does that work?
He's a world-class player who wasn't there, so it seems like an obvious choice, but I don't know how it worked. That's it.
We'll see.
Junior Speed Chess. Gukesh. Comeback win against Raunak. Gukesh. Shout out to Gukesh. Still crushing everybody. Now he's in the Global Chess League. I didn't follow it. Laurent, did you?
A little bit. I saw a piece of his match against Raunak. Yeah, then I felt it was close at the start, but then I felt okay, Gukesh is going to win anyway, and it did. So yeah, no much surprise. I mean, he's the best. He's in the junior power rankings. He's still the youngest. Still I think the highest rated. So
wow, shots fired at Ali Reza again.
Yeah, okay. Ali Reza is 20. He was 20. Actually, we forgot to mention that.
That's true. He just became.
Yeah.
Happy
Happy birthday to our boy Ali Reza. Was his birthday 3 days ago, and now turns 20. So not anymore junior. Or is 20 still a junior?
Yes.
Yeah, but at the end of the year, it will be over.
Yeah, at the end of the year, it's over.
Yeah. So Gukesh is still 16, I think.
17.
17 now. Okay. But he's still much younger and not close to Ali Reza, but okay, it could come faster than we expect. Or I expect.
Yeah, that's expert analysis of the junior power rankings.
Now, what do you think then?
I think Frederik Svane will crush them all.
Frederik Svane, so please.
Peter and I can both root for him because he's a Danish citizen representing Germany, so he's eligible for the German national team.
How old is he?
18. I don't know how old he is. I should look that up.
17 or 18. Oh, maybe.
He can't be 17.
He's 19 or 19.
Yeah.
Maybe 19, I think.
Yeah.
No, I'm very. I mean, Denmark, in at least by citizenship, we have two players in top 14. That is must be first time ever. So that's very cool. He's 19, and we have Jonas Bjerre as well. So
How old is Jonas Bjerre? He's been around forever. He's still 19?
I mean,
He must be
20,
like 27.
2700 chess claims he's only 18. That's a little bit puzzling for
Really?
me. I didn't think so, but
They grow up so slow. Jonas Bjerre. There's a more famous Jonas Bjerre?
yeah, there's a singer.
As a musician, so I need Jonas Bjerre Chess, born in 2004. Yeah. So do you prefer if the Danes are playing for Denmark, or do you still hope they're not representing the Danish chess federation?
It's hard to keep up this level of aggression all the time, so I don't know, but
You've gone very mellow on Danish chess
no,
recently.
I just
You no longer care.
redistributing my resources in a way. But I don't know. It's interesting generally. I mean, Denmark had this new generation with Bjerre, Tubo, and then of course the Svane brothers. And while they still represent Germany, they are fun to follow. I mean, it's cool that Jonas Bjerre is actually invited to the Global Chess League. I think it's good for him. I mean, he was very promising at some point, and COVID happened, and somehow he seemed to get somewhat stuck. And while he's of course trailing the German number one, Kamer, who's the same age as him, he's still, for a Danish standard, incredibly strong.
But why is it cool that he's invited to the Global Chess League? I mean, like to play one rapid game a day against
I mean, I think for him it's a matter of
prestige.
well, yeah, prestige. You get to actually hang out with the best players in the world. He was supposed to play on the team with the world champion, and so on. So, I mean, well, he says hi to me, which is considerably above average for people in the Danish chess world. So I kind of like him and root for him. You know, even he wrote to me on Messenger today if I was in Dubai. So not really, but so. No, he's an interesting guy and hard working and such. So I'm curious how strong he will be. I thought at some point he was quitting his ambitions a bit, but it didn't really seem like it. We will see.
When do you think a player is formed, or you know what their level will be in chess? What age is it? I was having this debate. I think most people are claiming by 20 you're not peaking, but your level is more or less visible. You think that number is too low?
Maybe not any. Maybe nowadays it is. I mean, well, I'm an old guy. I think I got to 2600 at 30, but I think nowadays it's quite different. But someone like Nepomniachtchi, right? He broke into the world elite quite late. Well, of course, he was promising and even ahead of Magnus in his youth, right? But then, I mean, well, now of course we could consider him a world championship challenger. If anything, he had a bad break not being the world champion. But I think go back 5 years, we didn't see him as a serious elite player, did we?
Probably not by rating. I think people always knew how strong he was. Like I played him in Dortmund when he was 16, so he was already special at a very young age. But yeah, I think you're right. He made a leap in his late 20s, but probably just by spending more time on chess and working on chess now. Like
So did I hear you well, Peter? You became 2600 at 30.
Maybe a little bit earlier, but not that much.
And
2700,
okay.
40.
And so we are just constantly comparing our career, yeah, right?
I'm not really comparing my career with you. I think it's a slam dunk.
Okay.
But,
No,
Right.
You said many times that you have a better career, yeah, and you picked. I mean, like you got 2600 at 28 or something, yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
That's also probably not true. I recall playing you when you were like 27, 28. You were 2640, no?
Yeah, maybe I got it in the late 20s, but I mean, well, it took a while.
No, but it's
Maybe,
true now it's much earlier. I
yeah.
had the same than Peter that I mean
Well,
I picked at
I
30,
think
35, yeah.
not just to talk about me, but I had this feeling with Danish chess players that they developed rather late and they peaked perhaps in their 30s, while this is not really the case anymore. Well, take Sune Berg Hansen, for instance. He became 2600 also, I mean, at least some point in his 30s, right? And
Also, the Western European, if you're not, no offense to you guys or to me, but if you're not like a clear world class player, it's normal that you finish whatever your high school, then you do nothing. You pretend to be studying for a couple of years, then you think, might as well focus a bit on chess, so you make the jump a bit later. No, I think that's typical for
No, also, I mean,
Western 2600 players.
let's face it, we didn't start with a computer. Also, I mean, this is very important. I mean,
Speak for yourself.
Yeah,
we didn't start playing. I mean, I got my first computer when I was 16. I guess for you guys, it was when you were 20 something.
What?
Because
I had
of
a
the
laptop
age
at
difference.
15, 16.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, but we didn't start like playing with Stockfish. You can now analyze with
Fritz.
Stockfish and all the best engine in the world. While when we started, we just had books, and it was tough to play games. Even, I mean, to find a player. I mean, for me, it was like twice a week I could play games against someone. I couldn't play games other days of the week. Now you just open your computer and you just play, and you just improve much faster. So I think you peak much younger. It's normal.
But maybe there's an argument that people that learned old school still have an edge because they have something else. No, like Magnus was reading the books when he was young as well. Gukesh, the big story is he wasn't using engines to analyze, he was just using his head. I can never tell. But of course, the opportunities are there, not just the engines, also whatever Chessable courses or YouTube videos or whatever source of information you want. It's so much faster. But I'm not sure.
But just
Maybe we also learned by reading our books.
I thought getting to play matters a lot. That you can just play blitz all day long. I thought, well, there was the same debate, I guess, in the poker environment. That suddenly, well, you just get to play so many more hands. You build up experience quicker in a way, right? I mean, for me, I was living until eighth grade in a smaller city in Denmark. I mean, I could cycle to some guy each Monday evening who was like 2200, and we could play some blitz, and he could tell me about chess. But I mean, it was not that easy to get practice or stuff.
Yeah,
like
of course.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, it slows you down, I would guess, right?
Different for me, but I guess in a big city it's a big different. Like if I wanted, I could always go to the chess club, and on every weekend there's like school tournaments, rapid tournaments. There was always things to play, and also especially from Laurent, who's much younger than us. I'm surprised because when I was 19, at least, I could play Blitz on the internet all the time. Maybe not when I was 12, but I mean, it was there, no? Like ICC was there.
Yeah, but it's completely different to
late
start.
90s.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
of course.
I mean, if you start 8, 9, or 19 or something, I mean, it's just 10 years difference.
Yeah, that's fair.
You also learn much faster when you are 8, 9, 10, something very early. Yeah? So I think people will pick much earlier. It's my guess.
So what's your estimate for when people reach their peak rating typically?
I think it will be around 25. Now, it used to be to 30, 35. It will be
was it really
20,
30, 35? That's what I'm questioning. I'm not sure.
I mean,
Even if we look at the current world-class players, maybe one or two exceptions. Peter mentioned Nepomniachtchi, also Levon peaked a little later. But I would guess most of them at 22, 23, they pretty much had the level. And then they keep it for 10, 15 years now.
Yeah,
like, let's say Magnus, Wesley,
Kasparov, even Kasparov,
Kiri, Kasparov, even Kramnik, Vichy. Vichy maybe a bit later. I don't recall now, but he was he was also,
Vichy was good. He was just, I think, he correlated with Kasparov's peak to some extent. That doesn't really help your career, I guess.
But he also won super tournaments at 21, I think. Yeah, no, he was also there early.
So maybe you're right, actually.
I'm not sure,
but
we could analyze. But
I mean, Gelfand had this peak quite late, but he was a very strong player.
He was number 3 in the world in 1989 or something. So
more like he had a downfall rather than
peak,
yeah. So no.
So I'm not sure what the point I'm trying to make is that maybe for these youngsters at age 21, 22, like I think we can already see who will stick around in the top 5 or who will get there. Like,
but also, does it maybe limit them? I mean, okay, Magnus at least stopped playing the World Championship, right? But do you see just Gukesh play at the age of 45?
Why would he know now? He's 17, right?
I understand. It's just that. Well, I think also. Well, there might be some kind of burnout. But also, someone like Peter Leko is not that old, but he's just like he started being a lead player so early. We thought, right? That I don't know if there's some kind of
I
in
think it's a bit different for everybody. No, it looks.
yeah.
But
No, in
what's the
odd,
typical chess career? 20 years? Maybe more. No, you start playing competitively whenever, let's say at 10, then yeah, till
no, but that's
late
also.
30s,
I
maybe
mean,
30s.
you cannot really count the number of years. At least for myself, a professional chess player is not something you decide to be. It's something you slip into, right, gradually. I mean,
Mhm.
when
But
did you
that's for
become?
us, or like, yeah, a level below, or well, you were high level than me, but it's not like you were an obvious prodigy aiming for the top 10. No, I guess
Talking
for
to me,
these guys,
Laurent?
it's more clear. And both actually, but yeah.
No, for
But I
sure,
don't
for
know
sure.
if how you felt about it. For me, yeah, I was whatever. Yeah. You finish your school, you do a bit of chess, you start studying, you play a bit of chess, you don't know what to do with your life, you play a bit of chess. Like
Yeah, yeah. Right,
you get too
absolutely.
old, you don't no longer play a bit of chess. But Laurent, of course, is defying everything. Like he's had a 30-year career already, and he's peaking now.
I'm not, unfortunately. Not yet.
Not yet, exactly.
Not yet. Soon, soon. Experience is coming. Uh, yeah, no. Yeah, it's true. I actually just started to play. It was so natural for me to start playing chess professionally, and I was. I mean, like for 10 years or something, I didn't have to do anything else than just playing. Actually, which was nice. I don't know. I think for you guys, it was the same. You just played some leagues, make some money without the streaming or coaching or whatever for some time. Sorry,
I don't
some
know. I
noise.
never thought of myself as much of a professional chess player, but yeah, I guess it's also how you see yourself. I was a student, then I did some poker nonsense, and I always played
That's
like
true.
chess on the side. You
You
make
played
some
some
money here and
poker.
there, but I never thought I will have this tournament schedule or whatever.
Yeah, I sort of semi gave up at some point, first studying, finishing my high school thing, then started university. It was typically when results got worse, and then when I started studying, my results always got better and lured me back to chess. And I think it was only when I got basically a job offer from Vichy that I became a sort of that was more or less when it sort of you can say that the sliding door, the decisive moment when it was chess for me. So I think for most Westerners, unless you are Magnus or extremely strong, it has to become this kind of a bit of this, a bit of that. Right? Of course, I was living heavily on leagues. I think at some point I was playing in six, seven
Yeah,
different leagues,
yeah.
and I mean, 15 weekends in a row, I was just playing league games, flipping back and forth from Denmark to mainland Europe.
Yeah, something many people are confused by. Then chess you can play in more than one league, so the typical chess professional, particularly if you're not invited into the super tournament circuit, is very often that's the most stable income you have. No, this weekend you play German league, next weekend you play Austrian league, then French league, then whatever. You're in Spain for 10 days for the Spanish league, and there you usually get paid per game, so that's a more predictable income than whatever playing opens or the random tournaments that you play.
FIDE actually wanted to stop that at some point, and I fought against Dvorkovich and Sutovsky on this exact topic before it became much more political. But I think, generally for lower rated grandmasters, leagues are extremely important in terms of
Yeah.
giving you security in life. So, I mean, chess should be like this, and there is other sports. I think, for instance, Speedway has it the same. And when there is so few rounds in a league, it makes sense. I have, of course, in football, shouldn't be allowed to have free clubs, but in chess, I think it's just very lucky.
Yeah, it might have changed a little bit once again with the internet because now you have more options. You can play a bunch of online tournaments or coaching or streaming. People do different things, but yeah, 20 or even 15 years ago, that was the typical life of a chess professional. Every weekend you play some league. Laurent, how many teams did you play for at once at your most busy? Oof, Peter's
Yeah,
leg is
no,
struggling.
same as Peter. I guess I played. I mean, France, Germany, Spain, England, Belgium, Switzerland. All the closest
I once played
countries.
in two Swiss leagues
I play.
simultaneously.
Really?
Yeah, they have two
Ah,
different
then,
league
okay.
systems.
I played in Romania. I played in Montenegro.
Icelandic League? You ever played Icelandic League?
No, I never played
I
Icelandic.
played Icelandic League.
Okay.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I played so many. I mean, like probably 10 actually overall. I mean, like not the same year, but I played in the Netherlands as well. I guess you did.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't.
Me and Jan was playing together in Austria, I think, right?
Yeah, Austrian League
I
was
never
always my
played.
favorite. Shout out to Schachtel Ponems. We'll go there 3-4 days, 3-4 games. Normally very peaceful environment.
There will be a lot of Hungarians coming by car, very friendly mood, right?
I played in
a lot of
Hungary
Hungarians
as
in
well.
a good mood.
Not that long
A lot of
ago.
Austrians in a friendly mood.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, of course, it's what
I played
what
Sweden for maybe 25 years or something like this before
Oh, wow.
I decided it was too stressful for me.
The glamorous chess world.
But our favorite is the French league, obviously.
I would say that that's probably the, let's say, cream of my career, that I was invited to play in the now team. I mean,
Yeah, you became twice European champion.
they just, no, I was
By doing
not strong
nothing.
enough for playing the European club, but
It's pity.
they just had way too much money. It's clear, right? I mean, they were basically throwing it away.
Poor.
I mean,
Poor you.
I remember sitting on this famous, I forgot if it was actually Champs-Élysées, but in some cafe, and one of the players was asking for whiskey, and the sort of the waiter came with a bottle, said, no, a glass. I said, no, I meant a bottle, or something like that. And, I mean, just everything was on the
What was
glass.
that? I don't drink whiskey.
It's not you. No. If I was, I mean, if I would insult you, I would name you. Don't worry. That was
Okay.
not gunning for you this time.
Pity. And while the team of Jan, Jan just froze, right? He's not here.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So while the team of Jan was spending all his money on dinners, so Jan apparently just had a problem in his big house in Hamburg. No power anymore. So we'll finish with Peter. We are talking about French league, and you are telling some nice stories.
Well, I don't know, nice, but I mean, well, one year I played. Well, they have in French league they have this general rule that there has to be, well, one player of. Well, there has to be one from each gender on the same team, right? And this, practically speaking, it means there is at least one female player on every team. But it's not like there's a female ball. You can put them wherever you want in the ranking according to some kind of rating criteria.
It's 100 points different.
Yeah. And because now it's such a strong team, I got to play a lot of lower rated players. And I had one season where I didn't beat any male players, but I beat as many as 4 female players, which was rather extreme in a way. So basically, I was playing against quite some female players, and it was a very interesting experience in that way. But it probably gives away how strong now was, basically, right? But I mean,
yeah, that was a very strong team with Kamnik, Schuxwidler,
yeah,
and all the top French guys, including myself.
You got to play some European clubs, while I, for instance, I was simply too weak to even get a result ball.
I think we had the same rating, but I was French, so
your social skills was higher, at least.
I was anyway a reserve in general in this European Club Cup, so playing like 4 games out of 7, the first 3, and then say the last one. In the middle I was not really playing much, but
this you will like. But they were also telling me in the beginning, just come some days earlier, you would like to see Paris, just hang out there, it's a great city and something like this. I mean, they didn't care too much, generally speaking, right?
No, that's true. I was just mocking Jan because he complained about, I mean, he liked his team in France, but he said the lunch and dinners were just too long.
I get his point, but for me, it's generally, I want to eat quickly. I want to go back and start preparing and being paranoid about the next game. But it's true. I remember in now we will go to some nice creperie. We will start having, crepes, and we will have cider and have a very good time. But of course, for me, Jan, it would feel a little bit awkward. But I remember it very fondly, at least. Well, also we were so strong that we would win anyway. I guess. Right?
Yeah, we were winning. No, that was. Not even close for the other teams.
No.
So what's next on our list? It's
I don't know.
the women's World Championship match coming up. I was tested by our producer if I could name both players, and actually I couldn't. I knew I knew that Juven Jun was there because she's a defending champion, and so our opponent is Peter Lei Tingje.
Yeah, I don't know how to fully pronounce it, but like
Yeah,
Lei.
sorry about that.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. Also, I
So,
mean, you
do you know
know,
how many games? Where is it?
I think it's played solely in China, but in two different cities. So
Okay.
basically, I don't know if it's both their childhood cities or just their general cities, but I think basically the match is split between two venues, so they get to play in their home cities. It's a nice
Wow.
idea in a way. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think
Actually, it reminds a bit this Kasparov
I
Karpov
was
match.
about to say the same.
Yeah.
I mean, well, this is the first time I can remember two players from the same country playing a World Championship match, but this was actually standard at some point back in the days of the Soviet Union dominance, right? But
Yeah,
I,
then afterwards, I cannot. I remember this Linares Moelia, but it was a top tournament,
there is
not a
one
match.
Ponomaryov Ivanchuk, perhaps, but it was during the knockouts, right? But
Yeah,
generally, no.
maybe Karpov Anand. Did they play in the same place?
Karpov
Where
Anand?
where when Anand, had to make all the way to the
Yeah.
final,
No,
and Karpov was waiting. They played in the same place.
no, I mean, I think the
They
knockout
moved
tournament was in Groningen, while the champions was in
Lausanne.
Lausanne. And I think also, well,
Okay.
Anand said that, you know, I mean, well, he had to figure out tickets and stuff like this, while Karpov was just waiting in Lausanne.
Of course, it was
Yeah,
very
yeah, it
unfair.
was
Especially, he didn't have to
yeah,
rest at all.
it was completely ridiculous, obviously.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
very, I mean, yeah.
So Juventud, I guess, is a favorite.
I guess so, but I don't know. And also, I think that's just because we think that Juventud used to be well quite the better player. Of course, Huyefan and Polga was very strong, but then I guess we saw that we thought Goryoshkania and Juventud was the tier below. But I mean, Lei has been pretty impressive. So I mean, my current knowledge is not that strong on that. I would not see it as a sensation if Lei won, but. I guess none of us has a very informed opinion. Well, that could be said in general, but especially here.
Well, I don't know how many games they are playing actually. So
No.
you do
Not really. No. Um,
12 or
I would
14, maybe, like, so the male. This we can figure out, I guess.
so
But
yeah. Oh, it's gonna. But I think, for instance, Gotham Chess was tweeting that okay, the match starts in 15 days. I think he's doing a slight parody of that before the Open World Championship match. He was also complaining that there was not enough publicity, so he's trying to do it a little bit again. But well, I think I mean, the matches are interesting to follow, but I doubt this one will get so much traction in a way. I mean, it's interesting how I don't know enough about Chinese chess. And that perhaps means that you see them as one big team, but it could very easily be that there is a lot of different teams inside and how they sort of split up in terms of help and so on
well,
and so forth.
actually, it seems that Ding didn't get any help from China. I
No,
mean, not even a single Chinese player, as he said in Yuan Chess. It was who, I mean, Rapport was helping, and this guy from Voridov from Uzbekistan. So maybe someone from China was also helping, but we don't. I mean, he didn't name anyone.
just a factual correction. The Gotham tweet I was referring to seems to be a fake, says our producer. Sorry about that. I should be paying more attention on Twitter, it seems. But no, it's interesting that Ding was not getting this help. There is some pieces of the puzzle I simply just don't understand. I thought that for
Yeah.
China they would go all in. It's a historic chance to get the world championship or even the double world championship, which they got. No, I just genuinely don't understand it.
No, I think, I mean, from what I understand, they used to care a lot about chess, and now just they don't care at all.
You think basically there's someone who's pulled the
Chinese.
switch and that's it, and then
Yeah, the Chinese government decided, okay, it's
Yeah.
not interesting.
Okay,
So
and that they just
Just a
have
bit.
both world championships is something that's not really going to change that kind of stuff. Yeah. No.
some, yeah. I
Well,
mean, it's my only
something
logical
you
explanation.
something you know or something
No,
you're making up?
no, something I heard and that made sense to me. So it's very hard to say.
Mhm. Yeah, no, it's weird, but I think it also gives away that, especially China, we have incredible vivid knowledge over other places. I think we have a good grasp of who's working with who and this kind of stuff, right? But China is
And
it's not
the
that
price
accessible.
found is 500K, which is okay, of course, considerably less than for the Open Championship, but it's still very good money for chess.
I would say so.
Yeah. So
No, it's going to be interesting to follow. Also, if we go back to the last Women's World Championship match, which I think was in the beginning of 2011, I mean, you will always see.
11,
I
21.
mean, 21, of course. Sorry,
Yeah.
pardon my French. But I thought there was quite some interesting opening, developments. Also, well, it was very tense. The lead was sort of close, and I think, I think Goriashka looked like she was winning the match at some point. I think also an interesting dynamic is that while I understand that you beat Magnus, I think we can still say that the player is quite stronger than his seconds normally in the Open Championship. While in the women's section, it can actually be different. I think it gives some interesting dynamics.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
No,
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah.
so we'll see.
So I forgot to mention the Prague Masters, which started today at the time of recording, which is the 21st of June. It's quite a strong lineup, but not any top guys. Are all in Dubai. Wang Hao is playing there, so it seems he didn't retire after all. He came back. He already played before after he announced his retirement. So Wang Hao, Sam Shankland, Hare Krishna, Deach, Kamer, Navarra, Robson, Marty Rosian, Boris Gelfand, and Nguyen. A very interesting field, actually. I'm going to follow that tournament because it's a mix of youth and very experienced player as Boris or even Hare Krishna. Shankland is 30, I guess, already. Wangao is also 35. There is some youngsters as Deach, Kamer, or even Marty Rosian, who is a very strong blitz player, but also
It's
just a very,
gonna
very
be
strong player.
interesting. Normally you would say something like Kamer, he could be the strongest here, but I don't know. We'll see. It's
We'll see. It will be
gonna
interesting
be
to follow.
interesting. But when I look at the ratings here, it's basically an event that everybody could win. They have a very nice packed field, right? So
Yeah, exactly. Even yeah, Nguyen is it's from 27-22 to 26-53. So
mhm.
it's a very strong and very interesting field. It will be interesting to see how the youngsters as Deach and Kamer will do, even to some extent Martirosian. And of course, we are rooting for boys because, well, we like boys. How not to like boys?
Yeah, there's many people to root for in this tournament. It's an interesting field, simply. I would say, and it's just hard to predict, but. No, this one I hasn't noticed. Else, it feels like, well, we debated it, that there is a bit of empty spot in the calendar. Well, it's not fully true, but of course, with the Global Chess League happening now, right? But at least the week leading up to this has been quite dry. Mhm.
So we have a message from Jan. We should update you. I have some electrician doing something in the house. He wasn't aware of it. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
we heard some drilling, right? So yeah,
yeah, yeah, that's
yeah.
interesting.
Oh,
So okay, come on.
we can do it.
Correspondence update. We do that?
No, we can, but there's nothing to update. I don't think there's been any moves since last time. I think
Not any moves. Yeah.
no,
So okay.
I made a couple of top moves by the engine. I start feeling time pressure when I only have a month left to think and such. But I mean, yeah, not too much is happening. If my remaining games are not drawn, I would be very surprised. But it turns out that if I finish the tournament of the plus score, I'm qualified for the next stage, even if I doesn't win the group. So maybe the segment will actually stay for a longer period of time. Although we shall
Yeah.
see how I
And
manage.
how about? I'm sure there is nothing about FIDE as well.
There could be, but it's less fun with the Jan not being here to be upset
But
about it, right?
anyway, he's leaving when you start the FIDE segment.
No, but that's part of the fun, right? I mean, we could talk about. I mean, the
you want me to leave or?
No, not particularly. The Ukrainian Chess Federation was upset with Sutovsky and such, but I mean, we don't have to. My Ukrainian golf buddy turns 50 today, so shout out to him. But no, we.
What's his name? First name.
I don't think I should. Well, Tarash, but I shouldn't sort of reveal his identity, I guess. Right? So let's see. So no, I mean, let's not go into too many details in FIDE today.
Any tweet from Sutovsky, no?
I haven't followed a bit, to be honest. Wow. I think I was into a fight with him a couple of days back, but I've honestly forgot the subject. So it's a very warm and slow time at the moment. But no, we can be serious if you have to want me to, but not really to. So, any question from our listeners?
But I didn't get the question. Do you see the question?
Yeah. How finished is Magnus in games longer than 20 minutes from a scale to 1 to 10?
It's Martin who is asking. Thanks for following us and asking questions.
I guess it means that finished is a sort of that he doesn't care, or is he getting worse? I think it's that he doesn't care, but I'm not completely sure. I mean, Magnus has just joined the World Cup, where he has to play. Hopefully,
Magnus
a bunch
is in good shape generally. He can. If you remember, Martin, his game 6 in maybe very likely last World Championship match. I mean, he was kind of playing quite well after 7 hours of play. I mean, I would love to play like that after. I mean, anytime actually.
Oh, so, I mean, if you decide to play the World Cup, I mean, then you actually want to play quite a lot of chess, right? It's signing up for 3.5 weeks, as far as I understand.
I mean, if you are doing well, yeah.
Yeah. I understand that you can leave any moment, and that's part of it. But I mean, potentially you're going to stay there for a very, very long time to play chess. So, I mean, no, I think it's very cool, actually. I mean, I don't think you can say he's the favorite to win because there's so many players and it's knockout, right? But
generally he's doing. I mean, last time he, of course, first time was a disaster. I mean, like he played a long time ago, but he's world champion. Mm-hmm. He lost to Bu in the second round, and the last time he third, yeah, and last time he lost to Duda in the semifinals. Then he played a fantastic match for the third place.
Well, I think last time, I mean, you can never call it a success when Magnus doesn't win it, but I think it was a pretty good event for him. He won quite some rating, then he lost a playoff to Duda, then he convincingly won 2-0 for bronze. I understand that when you're Magnus, you can't say it's a huge success, but I don't think we see it as a failure.
I remember his match against Esipenko, which was really a very interesting match, where actually Esipenko failed to.
My hunch is just he thinks it's a cool event to play. It's interesting, and while I understand others do it because to qualify for the candidates, I think he just does it because he kind of likes the challenge. He likes to play chess. Well, that's also. I mean, I love the World Cups because I thought that's just the most interesting chess challenge there is. If you're not playing for the big league, and Magnus isn't, so why not? I guess.
No, what is really nice to my no, of course it's interesting to play the World Cup, but to my understanding, what I like with knockout is that if you play poorly, you just leave.
Yeah.
Which is nice. I mean, Magnus played in Norway chess recently, and it was just, I think, after 5-6 games, he wanted to. I mean, he wouldn't mind if the tournament would be over. That's for sure.
No, but that's. I mean, this idea that you get kicked home, it actually, for me, it feels like this is a real sport. I mean, any big sporting event is like that. It's only in chess we don't have it. For instance, well, let's say Olympiad. Well, we cannot kick teams home because it's also a social experience. But it also loses a little bit on the sporting front. I mean, this idea that well, you're the favorite, but now you're going home. This is part of the big story in all kind of sports, right? I mean,
no, it's also nice when you win. Actually, because half of the players is just left and half of the board disappeared, and it's kind of. It's a nice feeling, actually.
Yeah.
Just to be there, and you feel like okay.
No, I
Half
mean,
of the people they just went home.
I generally don't miss playing chess, but World Cups I miss. I mean, this is a very interesting chess. I don't know how it is for you now. If you sort of it's just an event or something that you think, okay, this is going to be very cool.
No, I don't. That will be my eighth
Yeah,
World Cup, I
maybe.
think. So it's just, yeah, it used to be. It used to be one of the main event of the year, but then actually,
No,
I was preparing quite a lot, but now, I mean, it's
I would take
just
it very seriously. I would invite, when me and Jan used to hang out here, I would invite him to come to Denmark, and we would prepare for my World Cup or for his World Cup. It's
okay.
fun memories like that. I think one year, I think even Vichy said, "Well, let's have a camp," and I said, "Yeah, but I have a World Cup in a couple of weeks." And he said, "Yeah, you can just come. Let's prepare for it, and then." I mean, well, I prepare for my stuff, you prepare for your stuff, and we do it like this, and that's fine. So, I always, and I even, before my last World Cup, I was running a lot to get in physical shape and stuff like that. So it was something that I
No, I
thought.
will. I will. I mean, I will definitely prepare, but let's say for the couple
No,
of
I
first rounds.
understand for you it's your
I mean,
eighth time. I mean, while of course you're doing incredibly well, to be honest. But I mean, yeah, you're not. It doesn't matter too much to you in a way, right? So.
no, it doesn't matter. In the work, I mean, if I go to semi-final, I cannot play the French Championship, which is of course bigger
Yeah, okay.
than the
I
World
would,
Cup.
but I mean, how do you book your tickets home? This was basically the running joke that
I didn't.
you didn't know because
I saw. I mean, there was some cheap. I mean, like cheap. No, it's not cheap. But I just booked a Paris to Baku, which was 400 euros direct
Mhm,
flight, which is once a week. So
mhm.
very lucky. Which is just right before the first round. So I just booked that one because both ways it was anyway double price. So I will see when I lose.
That's
And
how the professionals do it. I mean, I would sort of say, okay, I book for losing in the second round. This is my expected score, and if I do better, I'll have to rebook or
yeah,
something
but
like that.
I'm too afraid to lose in the first round if I book for the
Yeah,
second
that of
round.
course is a problem. Then you have
I
to.
mean, to lose in the third round when you book for the second round, it's kind of very much fine. But yeah, I thought, okay, let's see if I regret it or not on the way back from Baku
No,
to
that's
Paris.
well. Vichy told me just never book a return ticket. This is ridiculous. But of course, it's easy for him to say when you're the best player in the world at that time, right?
Yeah.
But still, must be interesting. Right. You have any idea who you'll play? Sort of approximately. You'll start with a lower rated player, I guess, right?
I think I was even with my new rating, 1st of July. I'm winning like 20 points if some people didn't notice. I'm almost in the top 50. I think I won't be in the top 50, but I will get someone 2100, 2200.
But also that means that not only do you have a competitive match in the second round, you're actually the favorite the second round, right?
In the second round, I'm a slight
Yeah,
favorite.
yeah.
I guess I will play someone around 2630, 2620.
And
So
that
I'm a
means
slight
that,
favorite, and then I'm a big underdog if I win.
but not a top 10 player, perhaps barely a top 20 player in the second round, right?
Yeah,
So
but top 20 is 2750, no?
no, I'm not
No, I
liking
mean, like, okay, yeah, the
not
third
liking
round
your
is
chances, but you're not playing
no,
Wesley So or Geary. So
yeah, they are top 10, yeah, so probably not. I'm not. I'm actually not sure because the list is not final, so I'm not sure if I will be number 50. It makes a difference, yeah. If I'm
yeah,
number 52 or number 59, if I'm number 59, I will play number 5, yeah. So
yeah, but
that
also
could be a big deal.
I mean, when you actually
But
checked
yeah,
who's not playing, we will see. It should be interesting.
I mean, I don't. I will check my first round and second round, and then we'll take it from there if I make it there.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah,
There is a rumor that Jan has electricity back and is trying to log into our session.
yeah, we should.
Should we stop before he does that, or
Yeah, exactly,
yeah, yeah?
exactly. We should
Let's
tell him to come.
yeah,
What have
let's
I
not.
done?
Yeah, okay. So
It's been a
thank you,
pleasure.
Peter. It's
Yeah,
been a pleasure.
yeah.
We are the best friends when Jan is not here.
No, now
That
he's
is
here.
fair.
When Jan is not here, there's a very good atmosphere in this show.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I was sitting here having a great time. Then all power went off. Apparently, we're getting a new lamp in the living room, and somehow All the power had to be cut for that purpose. It's a hard knock life, but I hear it made the show better, so maybe it was meant to be.
Are you gonna explain about your electricians?
More friendly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
No,
I can't
not
wait to
better.
listen.
More friendly.
yeah, that's true. No.
You won't
Okay.
listen to this.
Who am I
That's
kidding?
no chance.
But I hope somebody
Crap.
is.
Fair enough.
Are we still recording, or is this
This
just
is still
off-air
recorded,
chatter?
but we
But
can say. I think we should say
I mean-
goodbye
Excellent.
to our listeners.
I think you should behave as it is off air stuff. Yeah.
That's the difference. Pleasure to have been a part of this.
Bye-bye.
See you next
Bye-bye.
week for whatever the next episode number is.